This tutorial is a very brief explanation of what selection tools are. We have many selection tools in Adobe Photoshop. They are located over here. So these are selection tools, the marquee tools here, and then we have the lasso selection tools over here, and then we have the quick selection and the magic wand tool over here. Okay, you just have to press and hold it so it will pop out here and you can select the tool you wish. And also you have the select menu, and here you can also do lots of other methods of selection. I will not describe all these methods here because they are described in separate tutorials. I just want you to understand what a selection is. So let us go and use the first selection tool. This is the rectangular marquee. Okay, if I drag the rectangular marquee over here, you will see this shape of a rectangle appearing here. And what this selection tool does is that it makes the pixels which are inside this rectangle active, and the pixels which are outside, it makes them passive. So let me create a new layer here. Let me take a brush and start drawing. So you see what will happen. It will draw on the active pixels which are inside the selection, but it will do nothing to the passive pixels which are outside the selection. Now, one thing for you to remember is that the selection tools are completely independent from layers. So I make a selection and then I draw, and it draws on the layer which is currently active. So if I create a new layer and draw something different, and the selection remains active, so again the pixels inside the selection will be affected by what I'm doing, and the pixels outside will not be affected. So let me now create another selection using the elliptical marquee tool. So let me select an ellipse over here, okay, and let me go and say image, adjustments, brightness and contrast, okay. And so now I will decrease the brightness. It will decrease the brightness inside the selection. As you see, it will do nothing to the pixels outside the selection, and it will also work on the layer which is currently active. It will do nothing to the layer which is inactive. Okay, so one thing for you to remember is that a selection is a way to activate and deactivate some pixels. So you select those pixels with which you want to work, and you have many selection tools. You have lasso tools with which you can select freehand shapes like this, okay, so like this, all right. Or you can have the polygonal lasso tool over here, which enables you to select polygons, and you have the quick selection tool that enables you to select areas like over here very quickly. But all these tools, they are described in separate tutorials. I won't talk about this, so you just have to remember that selecting pixels make them active, and they will be affected by anything you do, and all the pixels that are outside the selection just won't be affected by whatever you do. So that's all, and watch the other tutorials on individual selection tools. Thank you very much.